Greetings and welcome to FactionMasters Season 5. We've got Game 1 coming up for you here. The game between the Fallen Kingdom of Orange Lazarus and the Vanguards of Subiasmalo. I hope I'm saying his name right because he's not here to correct me, but someone who is here is Orange Lazarus, our Fallen Kingdom player. How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you on. Do you have any... I just want to get into it pretty quick here, but do you have any comments before we start watching the replay about general strategy or any particular ideas you had going into this?
This is a matchup that I generally enjoy. I think it's a pretty even matchup in a lot of ways, and one that tends to be fun and interesting. And so, I also think this is a good matchup to review because often you review when you're reviewing a matchup, it's like something where you've won a tournament and everything's great, and this one a lot of things went wrong probably for both sides, so there should be some good content on that regard as well.
Okay, is this your first time watching with Subiasmalo's hand that you can see?
Yes, I have not seen his hand.
Okay, well, this would be good.
I have my screen on a different screen. I have my hand, so I can comment.
Okay,
as we go on
great.
What I was holding.
I wish we could get a way to view it. All I can really see is like what's in the deck here, in case I need to refer to any specific cards. But let's get started here. We're gonna have the undead go first.
Yeah, and so I did have a blood summon. I didn't want to use it on this first turn just because I didn't want to give Sarah a great, an easy unit to attack. Plus, she wouldn't be able to use her power without, a Citadel unit in the discard. So I just kind of took some early hits and held back a little bit.
Okay. And the Vanguards summoning quite a few units here. Should be able to clear out what you have.
Yeah.
So you mentioned blood summon.
Really mind.
Yeah. How is it?
Yeah, I didn't really mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How is it? When do you decide when to use blood summon? Is there like any rules behind it, or just
like to have it.
Yeah.
You want to get good value out of it, so I wanted to have at least, maybe get a couple warriors, at least 2 commons, ideally 3 or 4. In this case, I can only get 2 warriors, but I thought, I think I could do some pretty good damage with these 2 warriors, at least kind of clear out those forward 2 Citadel units and still not give Sarah a shot.
That seems like good value. You've got 4 magic worth of units basically for free. For the price of, I guess, ultimately 2 health from Reptalus, but then that boosts them. Oh, and with the Hellforged weapon, you probably inadvertently cleared a path. Oh, ouch! That's not what you want to see.
Right. So a pretty terrible roll there. That backfired pretty hard, that Hellforge, and I didn't even get the kill with Ret. So pretty rough use of the blood summon there.
And but he's not going to take a hit at your summoner. He's going to go for the warrior and also have bad dice.
Correct. So he wanted to get rid of that beefed up warrior. Didn't work out for him either. So so we both had a pretty rough volley there. So at this point, I'm coming back. I don't have any carriers at this point, so I can't really take advantage of the infectability there. Another rough roll. And at least I got the kill on the Paladin.
Yeah, let's see if you can take the 4 for 4. I like using shift to protect Ret there. Ooh. It's not getting it done with the dice.
No.
7 magic saved up, though. Do we have a champion coming up, or just saving it up for what you might need it for?
Yeah, so on my first hand, I had to discard Elude because I had him on my first hand, but then I drew both champs. I drew into both champs, so I'm gonna pull out Dragos here, but I feel like I can't discard the other one just yet because I think I'll be sitting on too much magic at the end. So I ended up holding Goldass a lot longer than I want to, but so I ended up getting Dragos out here.
Okay. And subiasmalo is spending quite a bit of magic to keep that Guardian Knight healed up with that priest in a somewhat protected spot. Again, the Hellforged weapon is proving to be quite problematic.
Yeah, it is. I was even hoping to maybe use the Dragos' ability with my archer, but
Yeah.
the Hellforged killed it off too quickly. And I don't generally like to use Hellforge on an archer, but again, my hand was pretty rough. I only had champions and I think an event, so I had to use it on the archer and it didn't work out.
I see. All right, I'm just going to pause for a minute here so we can talk about this pickle that you're in. Hold on, waiting for the replay to catch up. All right, so he's pushed forward with the knight. Retalis is going to have to probably take a damage here to disengage. Didn't heal up his Guardian Knight, but he's got sorry, not Renewed Hope. He's got the Guarding Spirits to make it pretty tricky for Dragos to kill that. And you're a bit low on magic, but one thing you do have going for you is you're ahead on your draw pile, so time to play defensive.
A little, and so at this point, I'm in my hand. I still haven't drawn a carrier. I haven't drawn a pyre, which again, those are cards you really like to have in a situation like this. And so I'm thinking, I don't. I'd rather not move Retalis away and take a damage. The knight might be able to follow me and again deal 2 more damage and then pin me there. So
Yeah.
I tried to think of a way that I could creatively get rid of the knight and keep Ret safe. Because I feel like if I can keep Ret safe here, I can, with my magic advantage, hold off my opponent for a while until I get into one of those pyres and can heal up Ret a little bit. So that's my thinking here is I just got to protect, get rid of that knight, and stall until I can heal Ret and get back in it.
Okay, I'm going to hit play. We'll see what you came up with. Maybe a purge, or just surround the knight, take him down. I think Guarding Spirits is not going to do anything against purge, but we're not going that route. Ooh, another 0. Not the best, but I think Ret can soften him up here, and then Dragos can finish him off with the cultist.
Right. And had I hit 1, I would have finished off the knight. But again, the whiff prevented me from killing off that knight, which was disappointing again.
And then you rolled so well with Dragos, the cultist sacrifice ended up being unnecessary.
Right. But I couldn't risk it.
Right. All right, he's got some forward walls. Trying to block off yours. Dragos is getting pretty low, but he'll get 1 more hit in.
Yep. And I still no carriers still.
Oh, no.
Fire still. So again, I can't. This is my last raise the dead, and now I just have to be very cognizant of not letting any renewed hopes. That's really the only way he's going to reach me is with a renewed hope. So now I have to think about how do I prevent him from getting me with that.
And unknown to you, he doesn't have Renewed Hope, but he does have a Holy Judgment, so you always want to try to keep his number of his commons down. We're finally getting some hits, though. And using the very nice...
pretty happy with this.
Yeah, with the shift, and then going in, taking away all his units. And I imagine he's going to be focusing on Dragos here. Let's see where Sarah ends up, though, because there's... Yeah, he's going to keep an aggressive posture with Sarah. The Guardian Knights are in a place that makes it a little difficult for you to get to her. Warrior's still juiced up a little.
So again, here I feel like I'm still waiting for a carrier. And but I'm thinking, hey, if I can just hold him off for a little bit more, again, I'm just blocking ways he can get after me with a renewed hope, and just trying to hold off again, stall and bide some time.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that we're still not seeing Holy Judgment. He's really holding off on that one.
Mm-hmm. And after this turn, I'm realizing I can't keep a unit up there where Sarah can just keep using her ability. So I think the next turn here, I think I'm going to take a position that, or no, okay, this is my final blood summon. So Uldas, I don't often go to him, but in this situation, again, where I felt the game was, I needed to pull him out, and try and get a little aggressive here to, again, just take his focus away from getting to Rhett and, create some distraction here.
Okay. It seems you're taking control of the Vanguard's forward wall summoning. There's always renewed hope, but he doesn't actually have it here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why did
finally
you...
got a carrier.
Okay, so you just sacrificed that archer to get another carrier so the carriers wouldn't all die? Was that the plan there?
Yeah, I think so. I wanted a little more, kind of, because I figured he'd have to take out that carrier, and now I'm going to be in a position where I can infect. If he doesn't take out Goldass, I'm hoping I can at least take advantage of the infect here, to keep that going, since those are the only two carriers I have. I still haven't drawn into more.
Yeah, that move surprised me a little bit, but getting 2 points off that gate is maybe not the most useful move either. And now here we're finally seeing subiasmalo's Holy Judgment. You're both getting kind of low on the draw pile. He's a little lower than you are. I'm assuming those sacrificial pyres are just hiding at the bottom of your deck or something here.
Yeah. So here, I'm like, okay, if Goldass can survive, I think I can really kind of do a little bit more damage.
Oh, it was not to be.
Not to be.
That's the risky part about... Well, you did 2 blood summons off of him.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah, so he made good use of that Holy Judgment then. I got to give him credit, because he used that to one-shot Goldass.
using the carrier here to focus on that paladin.
What? Let's see.
Good
I
tactic.
didn't have any other attacks, but I don't have another carrier, so I get 0 magic and not the infect. So again, being this far in and only having like drawn 1 carrier is a really, that's tough for me. I like to use the carriers a lot more.
Yeah, it's a difficult spot. And Holy Judgment going to expire here, but you know he's got another one because he's out of cards.
Right. And honestly, I was a little surprised he put the gate there, because that's going to take Sarah's ability out of this. So now I'm just thinking, okay, let me see if I can just whittle his units down, try and use carriers to basically outlast him, and he's not going to be able to get more units on the board.
Mm-hmm. Gonna need 1 magic for a pyre, though. At some point, I would think.
Right. Mm-hmm. Actually, at this point, I think I drew into 2 of them and had to get rid of 1 of them.
Yeah.
At some point. So I do have, at this point, I have a pyre in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a good opportunity where I can kill a lot of units to use it.
Yeah, it's hard to have a pyre. I feel like the Fallen Kingdom events, you need to have like some kind of combo with them. Just one pyre without a blood summon or a purge is not the most effective.
So if you want to pause it here,
Sure.
well, I can maybe once my turn's done, but I can tell you what I was thinking here.
Trying to pause it. Interface is a bit slow to respond. All right, renewed hope. Come
So
on.
at this point, I knew he was gonna get the renewed hope here, and as when he played it, I was actually hoping I would bait him into getting the renewed hope, moving up Sarah like he did, and then summoning a couple units to surround the warrior and take out the warrior. I was hoping he would do that because I have the Purge and Pyre in hand and a cultist, so I would get basically a big Purge and Pyre turn to gain a bunch of health back on Rhett, move Rhett out of the way since he's used his last renewed hope, and then I think I'd be able to outlast him. So I was hoping the renewed hope would come in and this is exactly what he'd play, but I didn't anticipate him doing what he did with renewed hope, where he played the Holy Judgment, and then you'll see what happened. I left an opening that I just didn't anticipate.
I think so I see this. Yeah, right here.
He killed the he went 3 for 3 on that carrier, and then opened up the spot for the archer, and I just didn't see that without the Holy Judgment coming in there. So excellent.
Yeah, there it is. Renewed Hope is just such a strong event. And let me go back in the log here. I think in my attempts to pause, I may have just missed something. Let's see.
Yeah, so
I may need to restart my browser at some point. Anyhow, so there was a carrier here that he killed with the knight, which allowed him to summon and then shoot. Very clever. I think I went way too far back.
Well, and it was good because if I would have seen that, I could have moved Rhett into a different spot. But again, I was a little bit trying to bait him in, and I thought, well, the carrier's got 3 health, and then I just didn't think of Holy Judgment 3 for 3, and then putting a knight right there. So that was just a good move and something I missed, and I got to hand it to my opponent for getting a good win there.
Yeah, Vanguards can be surprisingly aggressive. You don't normally think of them as having a lot of reach, but with Renewed Hope, there's just some really amazing tricks they can pull off. So, yeah, I mean that was a pretty clever way to finish it off. Well, any closing thoughts?
No, it's a fun format, and
yeah,
it's interesting to play. Playing in a tournament, very few people are going to take Vanguards. I'm one of the. I don't feel like a whole lot of people take Fallen Kingdom, so it's nice to have this matchup in kind of a competitive setting. And it came down. It was a close one, so it was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, thanks for playing, Orange Lazarus. Thanks for joining me on the commentary, and thanks to all our viewers for coming in to watch. We'll see you guys next time for some more Faction Masters.